Magic on the clock. We're about to get that pick. What do you expect the Magic to do?
A lot of people at home probably think they're going to take Justice Winslow. I think they're going to take Mario Hezonja, 6'8", 220. I think he has the ability physically as well as the knockdown shot from three-point range.
Especially with Tobias Harris being a restricted free agent.
Absolutely.
You don't know if you can keep him.
Best available player is Moutier, even though he's a point guard and they've got Elfrid Payton, but Moutier's the best available.
Hezonja.
Would he be enough, Moutier, to move Elfrid Payton out? Do you view him as a higher ceiling type of prospect?
Well, yeah, he's a different kind of player because I think he's a better scorer. Moutier's been criticized that the one criticism of him is he's not a great shooter, but his shot is not broken. I think he's going to be able to shoot it in time.
Payton, Oladipo, not knockdown shooters. Hezonja is a knockdown shooter. They need that.
All right, so Adam Silver now has the pick of the Orlando Magic, 5th overall. Let's see what Orlando chooses to do with its selection right now as Commissioner Silver starts to make his way to the podium.
With the 5th pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. He last played for FC Barcelona in Spain.
So unlike the Knicks fans, of course there are more of them, a couple of Magic fans happy with Hezonja going to Orlando. Fran Fraschilla, what kind of player is Orlando getting?
Orlando Magic need a shooter, and they've added one in Mario Hezonja. In my opinion, the best shooter in this draft. Now, I compare him a little bit to J.R. Smith in that he's the only guy in this draft that could potentially win an NBA dunk contest and also an NBA three-point shooting contest. He's played in the second-best league in the world. He played on a very deep team. His numbers were up and down because the team realized he was leaving for the NBA. Orlando is a perfect landing spot because their backcourt is not a good shooting backcourt, and I think he fits right in. One of the more talented guys in this draft, only 20 years old.
All right, Fran, and you look at Orlando's lineup and some of the key reserves. The Sacramento Kings are on the clock, by the way. But let's talk about Hezonja and the Magic and coming over from Croatia, playing in Spain. He's got a little chip on his shoulder. He plays with some attitude and flair and swagger. How will that go over initially?
I think him and Scott Skiles are going to actually really like each other because Mario actually has the same kind of swag that Scott Skiles has as a head coach. And when you look at the overall process of what this team has gone through, like Jalen alluded to, Victor Oladipo wants to slash, Elfrid Payton wants to slash. You need somebody to help the spacing of that floor. You get a guy like Hezonja, now you get Tobias Harris back in free agency. Orlando's on their way.
Extreme confidence, toughness, can handle the basketball, shoot the three, and finish at the hoop, and compete at his position. Reminds me of Chandler Parsons. Have you ever seen Chandler Parsons dress, by the way? You got to have confidence to wear when he wears a lot of times. But in all honesty, it's going to be a great fit down in Orlando. As you guys mentioned, their backcourt and their team is not a knockdown shooting team. They also added Aaron Gordon a year or so ago. That's not a shooter. He's going to fit right in. Good pick by the Magic.
And the toughness is what really sticks out. You watch him on tape, that's a tough dude. He can guard, he's athletic, and he is absolutely unafraid. And for a guy that can shoot it, put it on the deck, he plays both ends of the floor. You have to like what you see. I haven't seen him in person, but watching on tape, there's nothing not to like about Mario Hezonja.
Jay Billis type toughness.
Hey, by the way, Rob Hennigan's a really good GM. Matt Lloyd, the assistant GM, he came over from the Bulls. He's an analytical guy. He's great at picking talent. He got Taj Gibson for the Bulls. He got Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's made some of these picks before in the past for Orlando. He has a great eye on talent.
He was also stubborn. There was some talk that because Detroit really coveted Hezonja and perhaps because of his agent Arn Tellem, he was headed in that direction. He wasn't being cooperative other places. Magic stuck to their guns and said early that they liked him and he believed that he would be the pick, and he indeed was. As Mario Hezonja is going to Orlando. The Kings have the 6th overall pick in the draft. They're on the clock. Their pick when you come back.